Good morning. Today is Sunday, the 3rd of July, 2022. The time is 8:02 a.m. Now, I've been hearing a lot of information about women losing their homes. Um, and I think this is not just something that just happening. I think this is part of the plan to make people homeless, especially women. What the plan they have for women, I have no idea. But it's something. You better believe. It's going to be something that's not good for us. I got a letter yesterday saying they're going up on my rent. Now, my rent, I've been living in this apartment for 6 years. Or maybe 7, anywhere from 6 to 7 years. And my rent has been $7.25. So they're going to go from $7.25 to 9, I can't remember if it was $9.50 or $9.25. And it's going to start August the 1st. So this is what they're doing. And you got these greedy landlords that's going along with it, making people homeless for the greed of money. And these homeless women, they got a plan for them. What it is, I have no idea. But what I'm seeing, nothing is just happening. They've been planning this stuff for a long time. They've been having these meetings, and this is global. But they're having these meetings, secret meetings that the public don't know about. But they planning our future, and they plan for our future isn't good. But this is what they're doing. After a while, they'll be trying to take not just people who rent, but people who own their own homes. They're going to have a plan where people are going to lose their homes, which they already did some of that anyway. And I mean, it's really crazy. Sick. It's really some sick stuff going on. And I just don't know because I don't think they haven't did nothing to the house since I moved it. They haven't painted. This house, when I moved in, it was just like it was when we moved my sister out, because it's the same house she had. And my sister was cooking, and she wasn't as bad off as she is now, but she was still bad off. That's why I used to go up there and try to help her, but she was just so mean. I just got tired of her cussing me out for nothing, just mean. And she was trying to cook, and I guess she forgot she was cooking, and the food started burning and smoked up the house and the walls and stuff. And the walls was smoked up when I moved in there, because they didn't try to paint the carpet was the same way. As we moved her out, I moved in. That's how I moved in. Like a month later, they didn't do nothing, and they still haven't did nothing. They patched up they did do something to the roof. When I moved in there was no heat in there. So my sister was staying in a house with no heat. Because I remember her wanting me to go up there and get some electric heaters, but I didn't go because I was mad with her. So I sent my daughters to go take her some electric heaters. But I didn't know, her furnace was out. And somebody stole her electric heaters. They meant for her to die. Um, they took her ex-husband took her card, Walmart card, for her to buy food and stuff like that. She had a $500 food card that the courts gave her. And that ex-husband had that. They just took a lot of stuff from her. And one time she was saying I was stealing the stuff, but I won't dare. I'm not gonna steal from my sister. I don't have a reason to steal. You know. Um, but the electric was cut off from outside. We got there, we couldn't cut no lights on or nothing. Somebody had cut them off from the outside, so we cut the stuff back on. Didn't realize she didn't have no heat. No, I realized when I moved in that they won't no heat because I was in the cold. I had to sleep with a coat and toe box and everything on. And so they did have to get a new system. And there was a storm that came with when a tree limb fell on top of the house. They patched that up. But they got some money again and they put a new roof on top of it. But the weather didn't do nothing to it that time. It only messed it up one time. But they claim that the weather messed it up twice when it was just one time. And I'm wondering, were those the gang stalkers? They came that second time. Because she asked me, did the weather do anything to the ceiling? I told her no. That was from the first time. Because they didn't do nothing to the inside of the house. They just did something to the outside to patch up that hole. And but they got money twice. But I don't think it was the insurance company. I'm thinking that it was gang stalkers. For them to go in and do whatever it was. That's why they put that stuff up under my house too. The stuff that's under this house is up under my house too. So, what I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get my stuff out of that house and put it in storage. I don't know if I'm gonna stay there the month of August or wait until September to move out. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. I don't know yet. But she just gonna raise it just 1 month. Let's go from 700 to 900. But they didn't talk about the upkeep. Now they haven't did no upkeep. Even the electrical system that they put in haven't worked right since they put it in there. I've had problem with it ever since they put it in there. Because it probably won't irregular one. They got it cheap. But they coming after us to try to make us homeless. Yeah, they trying to make us homeless. But I believe what I've heard about um, the prophets and the prophetess say about something God is about to do. You know, and people are gonna, you know, this is not me prophesizing. This is something that I've heard prophets say that God is getting ready to do some things, and everybody gonna know about it. Everybody gonna know about this. The two people that I heard is gonna pass away. Now I heard a he's a ambassador. He didn't say who it was, but I had a figured out. I kind of knew who the one of them was. I didn't figure out the first person. But I did know who the second. When he was talking about it, it just came in my head the second person, the minister. I knew who it was because I knew he doing some bad stuff. But people love him. But God gonna take him away. Now she did name him. She said who it was, but I didn't think the person she said that was into acting and singing. I didn't get that person because I thought it was gonna be a man, but it's not gonna be no man. It's gonna be shocking. These two people died. She said God told her to say who it is. He wouldn't say who it was because he said it was the anointings that's on the man's life. But people got to realize when God move your anointing, you're not anointed no more. And if you're a public figure, if you're a public minister and you are living a life of wrong, you're supposed to be publicly um, rebuked. But see what they got it wrong, they'll publicly rebuke you. But it's not that the pastor's supposed to publicly rebuke the people in the pews. But the pastor is the one who is publicly supposed to be rebuked because he is publicly. He's above, he's up in the pulpit preaching to the people. And he's supposed to be living according to the will of God, to the word of God. And you can't teach the truth if you're not living the truth. If you living wrong, you're not going to preach God's gospel the way it's supposed to be. And I've always had a bad feeling about this person years ago. Him and this other preacher. But I'm not going to call their name either. Because it's going to be shocking. It's going to be a shocker. People is going to be... when Michael Jackson died, people was crying and just... I said, did they cry like that when Jesus died? They just crying, grown men crying over Michael Jackson. It was a shocker. But the people that Michael sold himself to is the one that killed him. Prince, Whitney Houston, all them. Because they were trying to warn the people about these people. But we already know. We already know about these people. And we know that they ain't no good. But I don't think they people. I think these people is something that's why they can come here and make all this money. And use people to help them make the money. Because they know stuff that we don't know. Because they're not from here. But they come in here to make the earth their home and get rid of the earthlings. This is what they planning to do. Because I really don't think that these people is human. I think there's a lot of shapeshifters that has come here, and that's what they've done, shapeshift, and got rid of the person who they shapeshift into. They got rid of them. Because I don't think I would have went into a whole open vision seeing reptilian people. And I'm seeing people eyeball the pupil of their eyes changing right on TV. Right on TV. And I think there's a lot of people, not just people on TV. I think there's a lot of them here. And that's why they're so aggressive with getting rid of us. Because they got death on them. Not just death, murder. Because that's what they do in murdering. sacrificing children. I think they've always been coming here from other places. Because I know I've seen flying saucers. Nobody can tell me that I haven't seen it. I know I've seen it. And they're using some type of blue light. Some type of blue, a pretty blue illuminated light. And what this is they doing, all they doing is coming out from under this floor, up out under the ground. I don't know exactly what's going on. I know all I know is I just kept getting this rumbling and something connect to this floor and I could feel something coming up out from under this floor and coming into my body. I could feel it shaking inside my body. And I start bouncing, and just keep bouncing until I don't feel it no more. Because I'm calling on the Lord to get this stuff out of me. So I just don't know where my future's headed. I don't know. I don't I don't make no money. And this woman want to take my rent up $200 more. But they ain't did nothing to that apartment, not nothing. The carpet don't look worth 2 cents. Nothing in there look worth 2 cents. Tell you the truth. I just got that apartment because it was easy for me to get it, and I was familiar with it because that's where my sister lived at, and I knew it was empty. And so when I saw they put it back on the market, I called. I didn't have no problem getting it either. And I've been staying there. Mostly be here with my sister because I have to take care of her. But I will go home, and so I could spend some time to myself and to here lately. And then when I would go home, I still was under attack because the people over there on that side was attacking me. And the people from where my sister was living at first did the same thing that they were doing to me. They were doing when I go home. They were doing it from where I here in this area because this is the house that we stayed in first out in this area. And they were hitting me in the same place in my stomach. I would hear a loud sound, and then I would get hit in the stomach where I had an abscess at before from surgery where they sent me home hemorrhaging. And I just keep wondering, were they trying to kill me? Because I hemorrhaged for 2 or 3 weeks. And then the doctor tried to lie about it. When I was hemorrhaging in the hospital, I just didn't know what it was. I could feel it, but I didn't know that I was hemorrhaging. He sent me home hemorrhaging. That's why I wonder about these doctors. I know they bad. But I hear they have doctors have their own secret society. They in a cult. And these cults, they don't serve God, the Almighty. They serve Satan. So I don't know if the cult that they in are they Freemasons or what. But I think the Freemason is the most dangerous people on this earth because you got people from all types of occupations and all type of ethics uh, that's in this Freemason. And they call themselves a secret society, but they're not no secret. So you got people talking, telling the thing that they do. Then you got the OTO, where they go out in the woods with this big owl, doing all sorts of stuff out there. They're different types of secret societies. And I think they gathering together. They connecting. I do. That's what I believe. They beginning to gather. Connect each other for the new one world order. We are in the one world order. They already announced the one world order. This is the 7th month of the year, so we've already lived half the year. And so the next half of the year is going to be hell, I do believe. And I believe my landlords have gotten themselves tangled up into this stuff. Because this is the first month of the second year. July is the first month of the second part of the year. The next 6 months. And what we're going to go through. Because last night, they really was trying to hurt me. This stuff was rushing like a rushing. And I was sitting here, this thing right here. My daughter brought me this. Because I've been hurting. They've been attacking me so bad in my neck. So I was just in pain, just real pain. I thought it was a cramp at first, but I realized, no, I'm under attack. These people's attacking my neck. I know an older man, they was attacking his neck so bad till he had to get something to hold his neck up. And so that must be one of the stages to attack the neck. But they've been attacking my neck with that heat, making my neck just drop, my skin, dehydrating me from the inside. I don't know, just I want to get into studying more, but I can't stay focused. That's why I just read one chapter of the Bible. But I have a lot of books, and I want to get into these books and just read them and learn, but I can't get myself focused. They attack my head so much. I'm gonna have to buy me something to help me focus. Cause they trying to make sure that we don't figure out how to beat them. That's what they're trying to do. They don't want us to be able to focus and be able to figure out how to beat this thing. You got some people say that they got out of gang stalking by prayer. Well, I just got a feeling they ain't telling the truth. I think those people are gang stalkers. Because from the reading my study, and once they put you on there, you don't get off unless you take this thing to court, and then you got the judges who are gang stalkers. But I do believe that God is getting ready to do something. God getting ready to do something. It's going to deal with these two deaths. And other people going to start dying. He called one person. She called one person name that this other man was talking about. I mean, he got so upset till he was about to cry. But what he, cause this guy, this is a basketball player, that he done got himself involved in some mess because of Obama. See, these people think Obama is a good person, but I don't even think that's the real Obama. I don't. I think he's a shapeshifter. Tell you the truth, I don't think none of these people don't go to none of these meetings. Cause that be your last one, your last meet. That's what I believe. That's why they were after DMX so much, cause DMX knew stuff, and they tried to say that he died from an overdose. I don't believe he died from the overdose. I really don't. I believe he was murdered. A whole lot of people being murdered. These people getting away with murder. If you got drug addiction in your past and you were a part of this industry and you're not doing what they want you to do, and you start trying to reveal them, you're going to die. And you ain't going to die by no overdose unless they give it to you. Just like that guy, Humpty Dumpty. The Humpty Dump. That I can't think of his real name, but the guy that did that song, Humpty Dump. Do it, baby. Do the Humpty Dump. He talked. Did a video saying he was being gangsta, and they trying to say he died in a hotel when he got he got his own home. If he want to do drugs, he can do drugs at home. He don't have to go to no hotel to do no dope. But that's what they wanted to make it look like. That these people they got a home where they can, if they want to do dope, they can sit right there at home and do dope. And they'll take them to a motel and give them an overdose or something. But it don't be them. Just like that preacher. What was his name? But I don't believe he got back on drugs either. From what I hear, he was getting ready to testify against some of these famous preachers. And one of them might be the one that's getting ready to die. Just like what's the basketball player? They got killed. Him and his daughter got killed in the aircraft. He was getting ready to go to court about the pharmaceutical where they using his name, the Black Mumble. There was some stuff about that. There's a lot of stuff going on that people don't realize. That people get involved in stuff. Cause he was he was involved in some stuff. And I think people get involved in this stuff not realizing what they getting involved in and the type of people they getting involved in. That they get their family involved in this stuff, not realizing what they doing. They not realizing. And he got in that was a helicopter. But he got into some stuff, some dark stuff. And just because you got money don't mean you can just deal with any and everybody. Cause people is into some stuff that you just don't think they'll be in. And they think, you know, they want to kill you because they feel that, you know, they more than you are. And now you trying to come against them, they're not going to allow it. They're going to kill you first. Just like what they're doing to me now. They're trying to destroy me from the inside out. And see how we making these videos. They don't like that. They don't like us making these videos, but they won't leave us alone. You know, they want to keep attacking us and keep attacking us and trying to destroy our life. But they want us to do it. They want us to do it quietly, silently. They want us to be silent, but they're not silent. They're trying to make us look crazy. We supposed to just let them kill us, and we know they're killing us, but we're not supposed to say nothing. Just like I said, somebody come sit in your lap, leave a big turd there, get up, walk away, you just sit there like you don't smell nothing, you don't see nothing. You know, everything is lovely. That's what they're doing to us. What they want to do to us. They want to shut us up, but just keep hurting us. Keep hiring people to have us completely surrounded and keep attacking us day in and day out. Day in and day out. They just won't stop. And why they putting this stuff in my body, I don't know. Why they want to swell me up. I can see I don't even look the same. To me, I don't look the same. Right now, I'm looking like a leprechaun. Lord have mercy. When I'm looking at myself in this camera, and that's what I look like to myself, because I don't look like me to me. I look like a leprechaun. And every night, last night, they really was pouring this stuff in my body. And I think them pipes that I was looking at when that boy went on there and took them pictures, I think it's coming. That's where they sending it through them pipes. I got to make sure I still got them, because I had deleted some stuff off my cameras because I've been videoing so much on my phone until it's full, and I was trying to get it off, but the thing I brought is too it is a fit, but it won't fit if I put it on my computer, and I got big mess on my nose because I can't get where I can't hardly breathe. So I want y'all thinking them boogers. I mean, y'all say I say anything, but then you should know I'm not lying. But y'all, I don't forgot what I was getting ready to say. Anyway, I was getting ready to say something, but I don't forgot what it was now. Oh, about the pipes up under the house. I think it's like two of them. Not that, more like a hose pipe kind of thing. I saw two of them. I think this is what they're using to send this stuff in here, because something hits the floor. Something hits the floor, and like if I move, I can feel it disconnect, and I can feel the rumbling coming where I'm coming, wherever I am. Okay, like if I'm sitting right here, I move over there, I can feel the disconnect from over here and the rumbling to go over there where I am, and connect over there, and the stuff will start coming up through the floor and up through the chair into my body. If I get up and move somewhere else, but this is what I do at nighttime. I'll be moving from place to place, trying to get away from this stuff so it won't get in my body. But everywhere I move to, it moves too. If I go in a different room, and go in there, and I be in there for maybe a minute or so. After a while, I hit the room and coming. It is not no demon. It's not a spirit. Because then you try to tell the preachers, you trying to tell the apostles and the prophets and them, because they can see your past. This is what they try to put it on. But you don't ask God, you don't repent it, and you don't move away from that. For some years, they try to hold you there when you done changed for years. And they still trying to hold you to your past because they can see your past. But I feel like a true people, really true people, God gonna let you see not just your past, but they're gonna let you see right now that you have repented and you've changed. You're not doing the same thing. And plus, if you're the woman that been raped, they should see that too. They should see that when you backslid, you didn't just backslid on your own. You did something because somebody else forced themselves on you. They should see the whole story. Even though you see in part, but God is going to show you, because He don't want you to. He want us to get help. He don't want you to judge a person unrighteously, where you can sit up and call out people's sins, but you ain't trying to help them. And saying people got spirits and people got this, but you ain't trying to help them get delivered, but you call yourself a delivered minister. You say that you can deliver people, but you don't. And there's something wrong with that picture. You pick and choose who you deliver. Because people already know what they're doing. They don't need you reminding them of their past. They don't need that. What they need is to try to go to the future. And they need help getting there. If they got demons in them, then and you know how to deliver them, deliver them. If they already repented and trying to live right. Now, if they still living in their sin, that's a whole different story. But if they're not living in their sin no more, and they've been living right for some years, then you're supposed to help them. You don't need to remind people of what they done in their past. They know what they did in their past. Just like this guy, he was a prophet from Africa. And he also was saying, if you call yourself a prophet and you can prophesy to people about their past and you don't try to help them, you nothing but a white witch. A white, how he said it? You doing white witchcraft or something, he said. It's just like being a witch. Because witches can tell you your past, they can tell you stuff, all kind of stuff. And psychics. Because they got that spirit, a python spirit in them. Some got Kundalini, some got Leviathan. Some got Jezebel. And they can tell you all sorts of stuff, but they can't deliver you. So if you're going to call yourself telling people about they what's in them, then you need to be able to get it out of them. But they don't. They just want to keep reminding you of what you're doing. We already know what we're doing. I know good and well what I done. So I don't need nobody to keep reminding me what I done. Can you help me get out of it? Can you help me get delivered from where I open doors? But I'm trying to close them doors. I'm trying to live for the Lord. So I don't need you to remind me, because I was there. I know what I did. I didn't even come on here to talk about all that. I just come to talk about how these people trying to make women homeless. And I've been hearing a lot of talk about that. Women becoming homeless. And I just pray that I don't be one of them. Because I'm not getting ready to start paying them $900 rent. And they ain't done nothing They ain't painted it. The wall just is smutty up to the top, fresh up to the top. I was looking out trying to figure out what is there up there. I couldn't figure it out. And I thought about it, but my sister cooking. That's why we had to get her and get her out of that house. Had to move her out of there. And she went and stayed with my other sister, but we both did because she wouldn't watch her by herself. For 1 month. Now she kept her for 1 month with me there. And then she got married with me because I had to come home and take care of some my own personal business. Like I try to tell her, I can't put my life on hold for my sister. My sister got plenty of money. I don't. I got to have somewhere to live. And I can't just risk not having me somewhere to live for her. Because she ain't getting ready to do nothing for me. Not one thing. And so she caught an attitude and talked about me to my aunt. And my aunt called me, telling me, but I didn't tell my sister. I said, I'm getting ready to nip this in the bud right now. So when she would call, she thought she was start calling me every day, telling me stuff. I told my children if she called, don't answer that phone. And they did what I said. So she gonna call my sister and tell her that nobody answering the phone. So my sister called me, asking me what's the problem. And like I told her, she not getting ready to start no mess up with me. I'm not getting ready to deal with her. I told them not to answer the phone for her. Because I see the trouble she trying to bring against me and my sister. Let me know that you talking about me. Because the sister that I'm keeping, she used to call me all the time telling me stuff that she said. But don't you see this woman mind is bad? Can't you see that these people is doing, for one thing, she was a gang stalker too. That's why I quit fooling with her and my uncle. And she called me talking about my sister said this and my sister said that. I said, well, I ain't been over there. When I would go to my sister's house, I come all the way from where I was living to up this way and make sure her bills were paid. That's all I did. I didn't do nothing with me. They didn't pay none of my bills, only her bills. And she didn't try to help me. And I said, well, I'm not getting ready to beg nobody. You got all this money, but you got it from the death of your son. So I'm not going to take advantage of that because my son died. And I was in a position where where he was out of the military. So he didn't get no help. So I had to make sure that I buried my son. So I didn't get all this money. And then she let the wrong people in her life. But I'm trying to help you. You let the devil in. And they taking your money. They had until over $200,000 from this woman. They really take all of it. They really meant for her to die. Tell you the truth, that's what they meant. That's why they took her electric heaters. Because she had cussed me out and accused me of stealing her money. Because the month before that, I had went to help her pay her bills and stuff. She had two accounts. One account is she would put money in that account from the other account to pay her bills with. And then she would get enough for us to get her a money order for her rent. And I would call in the other money for her other bills because I didn't know where to go to pay the bill. So I would call it in her light bill and her cable bill. No, only two bills. She had three bills: her rent, her cable bill, and her light bill. So she would get a money order for her rent, and I would call in her for her light bill and for her cable bill, and that would be less than $1,000. And that was it. And I'll bring my butt back home. I did it every month. Cause one time I would go in there every week. Cause I knew she was sick. Her mind wasn't right. But I didn't know about gang stalking. I knew that something wasn't right. But I was thinking spiritually. You know. I was thinking there was spirits in the house. Because I was experiencing stuff too. And my sister did too. My other sister did. And we were thinking spirits too. Because I didn't know nothing about gang stalking. But there was a house. The house still there. The only military stays in that house. Only military. But this time it was different military people. A lot of guys. I think there was like one girl over there. And a bunch of men. And they were doing stuff over there. They was, to tell you the truth, the couch that I slept on was shaking. And my sister grabbed her heart and said something was attacking her heart, my other sister. So I started praying because I'm thinking these were spirits. I'm thinking these demons. So I got to praying in tongues and praying against it, you know, thinking that we were demons. But it was them military people attacking us. Because my sister kept telling me she would see people. I guess it was bothering her. And she confided in me. And she told me that she keeps seeing people walking through her walls and seeing us in her house when we not there. She see my dead sister. Now, I had to get a picture of my dead sister for her to see it. Then there was a woman and her son living in the other apartment because it's a duplex. They could have been part of it too, because they moved out. And then the two military women moved in. So that woman and her son could have been a part of the gang stalking also. Because I know since I've been there, that's who been living beside me, or the gang stalkers. See, these people think they so smart and we so dumb that we can't see what they doing. We might can't figure out every single thing because we not a part of their plan. We ain't been to the meetings and stuff like that. But we know that they doing something and it's not good. But the thing is, God doing something too. And they're going to be granted. These two deaths are going to be the beginning of something. I need to go back and listen to that video again, that prophecy with what she said. He said some stuff too, but she was in more detail. I could connect more with her because he was telling people don't be no. I guess people listening to his videos and going back out pretending that they prophesied. See, when I tell something, I let it be known that it ain't coming from me. God didn't tell me this. God telling this to somebody else, and I give credit to whoever it is. But she was saying some stuff, boy. I'm telling you, he was saying some stuff too. But it was like he was saying, you can't talk about it. And I couldn't understand why he was saying, well, he letting people know don't go out, man, like you prophesied that God told you this. Because I do believe that some people do that. I do believe some people do that. They're following these people that they know is real, and the prophecy that they're getting is real. And then they'll go back and prophesize it too, but as though God told them that. And that's not, that's a false prophet. But he was saying that, if you go back out and trying to prophesy what he's saying, you're going to be cursed. But she actually named him. He didn't name who it was, but I knew that the minister, this famous preacher, they gonna know, everybody all over the world gonna know who it is. Soon as he was talking, I got revelation who it was, but I didn't get revelation of the person, the person that's an actor and sings, because he was saying that the person was more known for acting, but they sing, but it's not. That's not it. That's not it. But according to what she said, the person is more known for singing, but they act, and it's going to be a shocker. It's going to be a shocker. It's going to be a shocker. But this man, this preacher, it's really going to be a shocker about him, because a lot of people follow him. A lot of people believing that he's a true man of God, but he's not. He's doing some real dirty stuff. He gonna get caught up in his mess, just like what that preacher named died from AIDS. Everybody loved him too. That he was just having sex with other men and got caught AIDS. You know, that was a shock. You just don't be expecting these people to be doing the stuff that they do, and then they still preaching God. You know, you ain't set your tail down somewhere to get right. Let somebody help you get delivered, cause they don't believe they have a problem. But see, God will get you messed up. God will reveal stuff, especially when you out here in the public preaching His name, preaching His word, and you out here doing the devil's work. And that's why a lot of people is falling away from the church, because these leaders, knowing they wrong, knowing they got issues, and they don't try to get delivered from it. They steady trying to pretend that they working for God when they working for Satan. These Satan ministers that he got up in this high pedestal, because people put preachers in high pedestals high, when only God, only put God high in on a pedestal, not no man, not no man, not a woman. People worshiping these singles. I heard this girl telling me that I need to listen to Beyonce and what's that other girl name? There's another girl. She telling me that I'm not listening to no Beyonce, and I'm not listening to that other chick. I said no, I'm not listening to their music. Well, I need to listen to their music for. Some of the Christian music I don't want to listen to, because I know these people ain't right. The spirit behind them that's singing that song, I don't want that spirit in me. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to get right. You know, I'm trying to. I can't say that I'm completely where I'm supposed to be at. So I be praying, asking God to close doors that I got open that I may not know that's open. I don't want to live a sinner no more. I don't want to have no sin, none in my life. Not none. I don't want no parts of sin. None. Complete. I just want to live like the Lord say live. Okay, well, I reckon I need to get off of here. I need to take my oxtails out and cook them for the day. And I'm not gonna cook them for the day. I'm cooking them for tomorrow. I'll probably do my cook out tomorrow, and do some cooking today. Tomorrow is my birthday. I think that's why they want to make me suffer so bad this morning. And probably did, I probably shouldn't even say it's my birthday, but I'm not gonna be afraid to say that it's my birthday. I'll be 64 years old tomorrow. If I live through the night, live through the day, live till tomorrow, I'll be 64. And I'm not going to just live in fear from these devils. So I'm going to say, be blessed in the Lord. Do something good for someone. Give a smile.